My next guest is a certified life coach. She helps people build or rebuild their self-confidence. She truly do believe that self-confidence, trust, love, and worth are the basis of happiness and being able to thrive in all aspects of life. Please welcome Sandra Rinaldi. Welcome to the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Patricia Bourgeois, certified business coach. I am here to help you up-level, generate consistent wealth, increase your confidence, attract dream clients, and master your mindset so that you can fully own your power and achieve next-level results in your online business and beyond. Every week, a powerful conversation will take place with amazing guests, or I'll share from my experience to help inspire you to start and scale the business of your dreams while being powerfully you. The time has come to stop playing small, stop hiding, and stop waiting. Now is the perfect time for you to passionately pursue your heart's desire as the powerful leader you were born to be. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I am here today with Sandra. Sandra is just amazing. She's the kind of person you've never met in real life, but when you get to know her, you feel like you've known her forever. So I'm just so excited to have her here. She's amazing.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me on your podcast. And
Of course.
thank you for those kind words. That was sweet. So sweet.
Yeah. Honestly, you're just so amazing. Like, I think we met each other almost a year ago now
Mhm.
on Instagram, I think it was.
It was. Oh my gosh, has it been a year?
Yeah, almost already.
I feel like we've been through so much in the last year, both of us together combined.
Yeah.
Crazy,
It's
craziness.
crazy.
But all good though. All good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So give us all the details. Who are you? What do you do? Like, tell us all the good, juicy stuff.
How long do we have though? Oh gosh. Okay. So basically, what I'd like to say about myself is I'm a certified life coach. But I wasn't always a certified life coach. I started in the entertainment business, live entertainment business. Like, those concerts we all go to. Well, that was my life for 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of amazing for a long time until it's not. So this is just to say that you can have the best job, or so what people think is the best job, and still be unhappy. So that was a lesson I learned for when I left my job. So corporate Canada, because no one says corporate America, no one says corporate Canada. It's like so weird. So I'm just gonna say, in the corporate world, my life was so hectic. My life was a place where I had to be someone I wasn't a lot of the time. So a lot of the fakeness goes on in that corporate journey. Like, you just have to be the person that everyone wants you to be at all times.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, after 20 years of that, I couldn't do it anymore. I was done. I was over it. I was unhappy. I was frustrated. I was angry. I wasn't myself. I didn't even know who I was, honestly. I was like, I don't even know what I like. I don't know who I am. I don't know what I stand for. I just know that I'm not happy and I need to get out and I need to go figure myself out, like, soon, before I have a mental breakdown, basically. So after that 20-year journey, that taught me so much. That I didn't know at the time, right? Like, when you're in it, like, you don't know.
Yeah.
This is like lessons after lessons after lessons, because you're living so much in your emotions and you're not rational, that you only figure this out once you're done. Yeah, and then I left in 2019. Get this. I left in July 2019 and wrote a romance novel. What? Who writes a romance novel? Literally, I wrote a romance novel, and it's a dream I've had since I was 17 years old. I had this story in my head, and I would always say, the power of manifestation. I would always say, when I'm older, when I have free time and I have brain space, I'm going to sit down and write my book. And I will do this before I leave for another land, which is the death. Like, I will do this before I die. Like, before I die, I will write this book. And I always knew I was going to do it. Like, inside of me, I would tell people this all the time too. I was like, I'm going to write a book. And they would be like, what kind of book? It'd be like a romance novel. And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, like legit, I'm going to write a romance novel. It's going to happen. Like, I'm not an English major. I don't know. I know I read a lot of books and I've read a lot of books, and I like to write, but that's the extent of it. Like, I don't know how to write a book. I had to Google that. Like, how do I write a book? And I went through the journey of writing this romance novel, which is coming out in the summer. And it was,
oh my gosh.
I know. It's so crazy. It's so crazy that I will have a book on my bookshelf that is written by me. It's just flabbergasting to me. Like, it's crazy. But it's like one of those dreams that I just knew was going to become a reality. Like, I just knew that was going to happen. And I absolutely enjoyed the journey of writing this book. I feel like it was the first time in my life where I was actually doing something that I loved. It was actually the first time that I felt free. Oh, I can't even tell you. It was just like, I feel like I'm in my zone. I'm free. I feel happy. I feel like I'm accomplishing something that is so meaningful to me, and it's going to be published this year in the summer, and I'm very excited about that. But then it's like you finish your book and you're like, okay, now what? So I went on a journey of self-discovery, like major self-discovery, because after being, and I know people can relate to this. When you're in a job and I know, Anna, you could relate to this. When you're in a job that you may have loved at the beginning, right? I went into this world when I was 21. It was so exciting. But at some point you change as a person, you evolve as a person, and things do not align anymore. And just figuring that out when you're so comfortable, it's so hard. You don't recognize that. Like, self-awareness, I think, was my biggest discovery in 2019. Just constantly being self-aware of my feelings, my alignment, my purpose, who I was, how I was acting, my decisions. Just being in a space where you're so self-aware of yourself, self-aware, obviously, like, it's just, it brings you to a level where you can actually see clearly. And I think when you're in a job that you no longer align with, you're so comfy and you don't see anything. Just time passes by. And the anger and the resentment and the frustration just piles up. And it piles up. And you're just stuck in that wheel. And you don't really know how to get out until one day you do. And then that's freedom. That's what happened to me. I literally went back to school, 41, which is crazy. I was like, oh my God, back to school. This is so insane. But loved, and we went to the same coaching school. So, I loved every minute of that journey. Health Coach Institute was awesome. Loved that school so much. Loved my journey. But more than a journey about learning how to coach, it was more about myself. It was a journey about me. It was a journey about, I went through all those tools for myself. And discovering my empathy and my compassion and my, just my purpose-driven life about helping others and seeing the potential in other people and just loving to connect. I'm just so happy to be where I am. It's just, I feel so grateful to be here in this moment and doing this work and just being able to be a catalyst. It's just amazing. I love it so much. I love it.
I'm so happy for you. It's so amazing. Okay, so we have a lot to unpack here.
Oh my gosh, right?
So I want to talk a little about, leaving a corporate job that
Mm,
no longer aligns. Because maybe there's some listeners right now and they're like, ah, I'm there right now. I'm in that job. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to find what truly sparks a soul, like a spark in my soul, or
mhm.
what I truly want to do. So, like, what would you say to that person who's maybe in that situation right now?
Yeah, perfect question. Okay, so what I felt like was very angry. Honestly, I was just so angry about everything that surrounded my job at that moment. Like in the last year of when I was at my corporate job, I wasn't motivated. Everything frustrated me. Any direction the company was taking was opposite of what I thought, and that frustrated me. I no longer was having fun in an industry that is so fun, is a telltale sign, and that was a sign for me. So, but it could lend itself to
Mhm.
any corporate job. Like if you're no longer enjoying what you're doing, if you feel like Mondays come along and you're just like dreading, you're not even dreading Mondays. You're dreading Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays. That's what I was literally dreading every single day going to work. Like I was like, I don't want to go today. What kind of excuse can I come up with not to go to work? And the thing is, I would always go to work because, I'm the type of person that like I'm gonna show up.
Mhm.
No matter how bad I feel on the inside, I'm gonna show up because I said
Yeah.
I was going to show up. I was going to show up for my staff. I was going to show up for my company. 20 years is a long time to be somewhere. I mean,
Mhm.
I grew up in that company. I just want to make sure it's like if you're in a corporate job, most of the time, it doesn't really have anything to do with the company. The company could be super great. It often has something to do with how you feel about yourself in that moment and where you're
Mm.
at. It's really important
Mhm.
to know the difference. It could be things that happen within the company. It could be people um, that you were with that you didn't agree with. But in the end, the questions to ask yourself is, do I like what I do here? Do I feel valued or do I value what I'm
Mhm.
doing? Like, are you even valuing what you're doing for yourself? Like, do you feel aligned with what business you're in, with the company values? Maybe that's changed. Like, maybe you've been somewhere for 10 years and that's
Mhm.
changed in the last three. That's okay. That's okay. Like, feel that, recognize that. Before you do any steps, like after that, you just have to recognize where you're at in your life and if it aligns with what you're doing because and the tell signs being you're not motivated, you don't want to go to work, and everything around you just seems like you're kind of over it
Mhm.
in like blatant terms. Okay, like let's be real here and raw. Like you're literally sitting at your desk or your cubicle or wherever you're sitting, and you're just like, I am so over this.
Yep. Been there, done that.
What am I doing here? Right? Yes. Like, what am I doing here? I don't want to be here
Mhm.
anymore. If you're feeling those feelings, recognize
Yes.
those. Really
Wow,
important.
thank you so much for sharing all of that. I really think it's going to help a lot of people. I also want to talk about you writing your novel because you said that you wanted to do it forever. It's a little bit like me and the podcast. Like, I knew I wanted to start a podcast forever.
Yeah.
And it's just the best feeling to actually do the thing you say you want to do.
Yeah.
So, I want to know what was like the catalyst of you actually taking the steps and starting doing what you want to do.
So my novel, like I said before I mentioned, like I've since I was 17, I had this story in my head that was very loosely, and I'll say it again, very, very loosely based on a real life story, but very loosely. Like it was more like inspired. I went to Italy when I was 17. If anybody's ever done that, or any foreign country, like you fall in love automatically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those boys can be charming. Okay.
Been there, done that.
So exactly, right? So I went through this like very sweet, youthful summer romance.
Mhm.
And that inspired me so much. Anybody who really truly knows me knows I'm obsessed with love. Like obsessed. Like I think love is just such an amazing thing to have in your life. Romantic love specifically for me that I'm obsessed with. I just love that idea of people being so happy and in love. It just warms my heart deeply. Since that trip, I was like, I want to write a love story. Like when I was a kid, I was like, I want to write a love story. I didn't know romance novels existed or like erotica for that matter. I was like, I'm gonna write it one day. But it wasn't like when I was 17, it wasn't like I'm gonna write it now. It was like one day when I'm an adult, I'm gonna write this book. And it stayed with me. And I would tell people this all the time. Like, I'm gonna write a book, I'm gonna write a book, I'm gonna write a book. And people were like, yeah, okay, whatever. You're gonna write a book. Like, no one believed me, legit, no one. And then I came into like this really big job. When I was 21, I got an opportunity to work in this crazy, amazing company. And then life happened. And then I was in a whirlwind for 20 years. The book was always in the back of my mind, always. But for me, and if anyone out there wrote a book, okay, you need to have brain space to write a book. FYI. Like, you can't write a book and be consumed with stress, frustration, and everyday craziness life. It just doesn't work together. You have to be able to like be free to just write. And for me, when I left my job, I was like, oh my God, I'm free. I'm going to sit down and write this book. And I did. It was like, I'm just going to do it. Like, I'm just going to Google right now how to write a book. And I'm just going to write this book.
Amazing.
And I kept saying, for anybody who's listening, who loves manifestation, as we probably both do, right, Anna? Are you into that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, exactly. I would sit in front of my computer. I would be like, let these words flow out of me. Let these words flow out of me. And I wrote a book in 2 months, which is crazy.
Wow.
Like, I literally was just typing. I wasn't even thinking. I was just typing words that made sense together. I was like literally typing as like, oh yeah, she's gonna do, like, Savannah is my main character. It's like, oh, like, Savannah totally is wearing this. Like, she's totally doing this. And now she's gonna do this. Like, it just came to me. Every single paragraph of every single chapter and all 73,000 words literally flowed out of me. But every day I sat in front of my computer and I was like, let these words come. Just let them come. And I was open. And I just get shivers thinking about it, because it just goes to show you the power when you believe in something so much, so deeply. Anything can happen. If I wrote a novel, anything can happen. Literally, anything. So please, if you're listening and you have a dream, get that belief up. Big time. Get that belief up. That deep, deep belief. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so good. I love this so much, because that was me also when I started my coaching business. I was like, no, I believe I can do this. I know I can do this. And I had that anchored belief so deep inside of me that when we met, like, it all started from there. Because I don't know if you noticed, but when you referred me to my first client, that's when everything started. Really, you were the catalyst to like my whole coaching business just starting off. And when you have that deep belief, it's like the universe sends you all the people you need, the connections you need. And it was just so beautiful, and I'm just so thankful for you forever.
Oh my God. Because you're amazing, and that's why I refer to you. Like, let's just say that out loud. So it's on a recording now, so everybody knows. Anna is incredible, and I will refer you every single time. And I have since then. It doesn't always work out, but I will refer you every single time, 1,000%.
Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. Thank you so
much. Absolutely. I believe in you so much. I love you so. I love you too. I never met you live, but I love you to death. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah, I love you too. This is amazing. I ask this to everyone who comes on the podcast, and I feel like your answer will be one of the best ones yet. So for you, what does it mean to be a powerful leader?
I mean, there's only one answer to that, and that's authenticity. 1,000%. How can you lead if you lead without being completely yourself? Then it's just not real or based off lies. And I think being comfortable with being yourself leading through that will only make other people want to be themselves. And that would make the world a much better place, right? Don't you think?
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Yeah. If and I coach almost mainly on self-confidence, because when I was in corporate, I was depleted of my self-confidence because I had an employee of mine who I loved like a little sister. I wanted to like make sure she was okay. I was giving her tough love because I wanted her to be better. And one day she completely betrayed me.
No.
Yeah. She literally complained to HR about me for reasons that I
Wow.
still don't know today, for reasons that I still don't understand. But I'm sure she had her reasons. So it's not even to blame this girl. This girl had her reasons to do whatever she had to do. I don't understand them. I've since then accepted and forgave them because you want to move on, you forgive and you move forward.
Mm-hmm.
But that marked me for years. And not
Mm-hmm.
only did it mark me, it shaped the next 10 years of my career. That one sole disastrous incident in my life. The thing with betrayal is that you don't know it's coming. So you can't
Mm-hmm.
prepare, right? You can't prepare. like like you can't be like, okay, this is going to happen, so I'm going to mentally prepare myself to like understand what's going to go on, and I'm going to like give myself the answers of how to act. No, betrayal is one day someone does something to betray your trust, and
Yeah.
everything before that point is like a lie, basically. And you're kind of taking for a fool a little bit. So my ego was bruised, that's one. And that's important to say because back then, that ego was majorly bruised. And it's like, first of all, it's how dare you, right? That's your normal reaction. How dare this person do this to me? But then it
Exactly.
went through, oh my God, how do I fix this mode? Like, how do I fix this? And how do I make people like me so this never happens again? So the next 10 years of my career was, I need to make sure people like me. So I'm going to be everything to
Mm-hmm.
everyone that everyone needs. And I'm going to forget about myself because I'm not important. So I'm going to make sure I go to every single person that I interact with, and I'm going to read them and make sure that I act
Mm.
according to what they need. And I did that for 10 years.
Wow.
So with one person, I would act one way. And then with another person, I would tell them what they wanted to hear, right? Because if I tell them what they want to hear, that's not necessarily the truth, right? But if I tell them what they want to hear, they're going to like me. And then I won't be betrayed again. And I
Wow.
did that for a long time. And as the years passed, people, see through that at some point. And I saw through that. And I was like, who am I? What am I doing? Like, who did I become in this life? Like, I didn't even recognize myself anymore. I didn't even
Wow.
know who. I honestly lost my identity completely. And because of that, my self-confidence got so depleted.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't believe myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was such a journey to get back to that. And I realized that self-confidence and self-worth, trust and belief and love is the base of every single decision you're going to make in your life. If your support, it's like the house, it's like your foundation, literally, of a home. That
Mm-hmm.
is the foundation of your life. If that is strong, you will be able to deal with anything.
Yes. So good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So, girl, you know what? Because sometimes you speak to people and they're like, "Yeah, I'm self-confident," and I say that too. Like, I got confidence, girl. I'm good. But then it's like, but do you?
Yeah.
Think about that for a second. I'm not talking about like I can walk into a room and feel good, which is amazing. I'm talking about like, do you really believe in your capabilities to do anything? Do you
Ooh.
really believe that you will be able to deal with all of the obstacles that are going to come in your way in your future? Will you be okay?
Mm.
That's
Damn.
that's deep self-confidence. Will you be okay when someone does something that you don't necessarily like, or betrayal or trauma? Will you be okay? If you really ask yourself that question and you feel like, yeah, I could be okay, like for me, like life presented me a path where we cannot have children, right? So that's a big thing in life. Like, grow up. I come from an Italian family. So it's like you get married, you have kids, you live a normal life. Like, that's the, like, those are the steps that your parents teach
Yeah.
you, right?
Yeah.
Immigrant families, a lot of it is similar. So when I came to a point where I got married when I was 26, then it's like, okay, you try to have kids and it doesn't work. And then you're in infertility for 7 years and you're taking all these drugs and
Wow.
getting all this in vitro fertilization, and you don't know what that's doing to your body, and you're just like a nutcase for 7 years because of everything that's going on. And through all that, I was, it hurt, but I can honestly say that I was okay.
This is so beautiful. I just love how you found that deep peace inside of you despite everything going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not easy. I'm speaking like this, but it's like, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of self-work. And, as coaches, we often tell our clients, this is work. Like, it's not just going to poof happen. And one day you're going to feel like one way and the next day you're going to feel total bliss and happiness. No, it's a journey. And a lot of people make fun of that word. Do you find, like, journey? But it's the true word. Like, it's actually the word. Like, it's a journey. It's like, it's such a journey to get to a place where you can handle everything life throws your way. And there's going to be ups and downs, peaks and valleys, good and bad seasons. That's life. All the bad seasons, if you can take all the bad seasons as lessons, you have won. You are winning a life.
Yeah. Totally.
Oh, you are winning. You're winning a life. If you could take all of those into, like, what does this mean and how could it benefit me in the future? Like, obviously, me not having children, it wasn't like, how could this benefit me in the future? However, if you think about it, and I've thought about this, it's like, not having children has made me able to focus really hard on this coaching business without any other distraction. So this is what I was meant to do, and that's okay. And that's better than okay. It's great.
Yeah, totally. Oh my gosh. This is so good. I just love this conversation so much. And I know deep down in my heart that it's going to help, like, the listeners, like, being like, yeah, I'm in the journey right now. Like, this is a progress. Like, I'm going to get there one day, one step at a time.
Yeah.
And it's just so beautiful.
Yes. And for all of you out there that think these coaches have it all together, all 100% of the time, girl, listen, okay? First of all, I'd like to say this on this amazing podcast right now. That I'm going to lay down a truth bomb right now. We are human, and we live everything everyone else lives. We just are better equipped to deal, right? We are just a little better equipped to deal with the things that happens in a lifetime, but we deal with the same things. We're just better equipped to deal. And we're here to teach you how to be better equipped. Basically, that's what it is.
Yeah, totally.
So we can relate. We are not on another stratosphere of being better people. No, we have bad days. We have days where we have anxiety. We have days where we are overwhelmed. We have days where it's not going well. 1000% we're human. But we're just better equipped to deal with those days and turn them around quicker. That is the difference. Wouldn't you agree, Anna?
Yeah, totally. I call that putting coaches on pedestal. Like,
yes,
we're not, like, we're the same. We're all equal. Like, we're not better than you. Like, we all go through shit. So yeah, I love that so much.
Yes, we've just figured out a few things that maybe we're here to teach other people, right? That's basically, we're here on earth just to teach other people how to figure things out that we figured out. We're just a little bit of a step ahead, but we're right there with you. You know what I mean? We're on the same path. We're just a little bit ahead. So we want you to catch up.
Yeah.
So we're kind of grabbing your hand for you to catch up to us, basically. But we've been through the same things. Absolutely. So please feel comfort that we're not special. We're just better equipped.
Exactly.
And it's important for people to know that. I think it's we're just like you. We're just like you.
Yeah, totally. Oh, this is so good. Do you have, like any last piece of wisdom that you really like to share with our audience today?
I think the most important thing goes to my preaching about being well with yourself.
Yeah.
I think the most important, and I'm going to reiterate it because it's so important, is being well with yourself will lead you not only further in your life in terms of every single aspect, your relationships, your career, your life as a mother or a father, it will also enhance everything around you. Because when people say, well, if I think about myself first, that's selfish. Oh, let's talk about that. Is it though? Like, is it selfish when you want to be well? If you're not well for anyone around you.
Exactly.
Remember that. You putting yourself a priority is putting everyone else as a priority too. It's so important to think that that's not selfish, because people think like Mother Teresa put everyone before her, right? And Mother Teresa is like the epitome of, yes, and that's great. That was her purpose and her calling, and she was good with that. And if you are on the next Mother Teresa, amazing. That's great. But every like normal kind of people like us, we're no Mother Teresas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Therefore, we need to take care of our hearts. We need to take care of our minds and our body and our souls so that we feel good and we can then take care of everyone around us. It starts with you. That is my wisdom today. It starts with you. 1000%. Do not feel selfish about putting yourself first, putting yourself as a priority. You are so important, and you are your longest relationship. You need to make sure that that's happy first.
Yes. Preach it, sister. That's so good.
Yes.
I love it so much. So where can people go to connect with you further in the online space?
I am super active on Instagram. I think that's my social platform of choice. I do tons of Instagram lives. I really love connecting with everyone on that platform, and I give tons of good value, tips and tools for your everyday life. So if you want to go check out my Instagram account, which is Sandra Rinaldi, pretty simple. I'm also on Clubhouse. I don't know if some of you are on Clubhouse. Clubhouse is special, isn't it? Yeah. So special. But you know what I'm doing on Clubhouse, I think it matters and it's impactful. And that is the reason I love that platform so much, is because we have real and raw conversations. Anybody can join and come and feel better. Honestly, that's what I see. It's like you go on Clubhouse, you join one of our conversations, and you just feel like you're not alone.
Yeah.
And that's the impact I'm going for in Clubhouse. It's just making people feel like they're part of a community, they're not alone, and the stuff that's going on in their lives, other people are feeling that too, and it's okay. And let's get through this together. So Clubhouse is amazing for that.
Yes, like I love the last room we did together. Like, oh my gosh, it was so good.
Totally. It's really cool topics too. Like, it's not always so heavy. Sometimes it's just like, hey, when you change careers, like, do you find your friends change? It's like, it could be as simple as that. But like, people really relate. They're like, oh, I thought it was only me. But it's like, you really quickly realize that a lot of people are going through the same things, and it just makes you feel better because you're not alone, and you're not weird, or you're not like, my God, it must be me. No, it's not you. It's just the circumstances are that you're here just like all of us. And how do we get through that?
Yeah.
So come on, join us. My club is called Inspire Nation. If you want to come on Clubhouse, Inspire Nation is where we do all our really cool rooms. So if you want to come follow us, you can come join any of our rooms. We'll be so happy to have you.
Yes. I also have a few invites available if you need an invite.
Yes, and I do as well. So hit us up on social. Hit us up on social, on Instagram, and I will send you an invite. It's amazing. It's so good. You guys will love it. If you try it, you guys, I'm sure will love it.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Sandra, for being here, for your time. You are amazing, and I wish you nothing but more success and love and happiness. You deserve it all.
And all of that, I would like to throw right back at you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Love you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Powerful Female Leaders podcast. If you love this episode, make sure to spread the message, leave a review, and subscribe. I would forever be grateful for you. I also want to hear from you, and I want to know your feedback and your questions for future episodes. So don't be shy, say hi, and send me a message at Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode.